planning a safari in Namibia, don't go to Etosha National Park. At least, not yet, because right next door, there's a private reserve where you can experience the same incredible wildlife, but without the crowds, the strict rules, or the convoys of safari trucks. This hidden gem is Etosha Heights Private Reserve, over 60,000 hectares of wild, untouched Namibia, where you can drive off-road, stay out after sunset, and have elephants all to yourself.
It just blew us out of the water.
And today we're taking you inside one of the most luxurious private safari lodges in all of Namibia, from sunrise game drives to gourmet dinners under the stars.
All of a sudden, there's a rhino.
This is what it's like to experience a Namibian safari in luxury at the Etosha Mountain Lodge.
All right, we just pulled up to the lodge. It's a little bit of chaos right now because we just got our welcome drinks and they're leaving for the game drive for the evening in 5 minutes. So we are checking in real quick and then we're gonna go on our game drive. I'm so happy we made it in time. I'm so excited.
We got our lens, we got packed up, and we're gonna be bringing you on one of the best things to do in all of Namibia. Let's get going. You guys, we just got back from our day out. Oh my goodness, that was the craziest way to start our experience here at the Etosha Mountain Lodge. We got in within 15 minutes. They were like, do you want to go on the evening tour? So we hopped on, we went out. Immediately within like 5 minutes, we saw zebras, we saw 3 different other animals. I don't even know how to pronounce the name. We kept going, we saw elephants. We were literally within like 5 feet or 1 to 2 meters of a massive elephant that was just hanging out in front of us for like a full 2 or 3 minutes, just breathing, looking around at us. It was one of the most surreal experiences we've ever had. In French Polynesia, we had a magical experience with a whale looking straight into the eyes. I felt like we had that same experience with an elephant. After that, we were driving around, we saw this whole pack of lions that were just finishing eating. It was ridiculous. They were growling at each other, they were playing, they were a little sleepy because they just finished their meal. But yeah, what a crazy experience. We came back, they had some refreshments waiting for us. The drinks were phenomenal, the food was really good. And then we walked outside and there was literally a black rhino outside our dinner. It was just like, we were pinching ourselves. We were a little overstimulated because we had the 7-hour drive from Walvis Bay earlier this morning. We got out of the car and then we immediately jumped into like what it felt like a whole nother day. It was such a great way to kick off our stay here. We haven't even showed you the room yet, but honestly, that all you need to know is this place is insane. It was really cool too. We were listening to the guide and they were telling us it's different than Etosha National Park because there you can drive in, anyone can drive in with a private vehicle. Here, you have to be staying at one of the lodges, so it's a little bit more exclusive. We'll explain more about that. We'll show you all around the property, but I just had to tell you first thoughts after going on that experience. Dinner was great. We walked out. The Milky Way is so clear here, and the room is phenomenal, but we'll show you that tomorrow. All right, I'm gonna get some sleep because we have another game drive tomorrow for sunrise. We'll see you in the morning. Good morning. It is absolutely stunning out today. So basically how it works here when you're staying at the Etosha Mountain Lodge is you go on 2 safaris every day. You do one morning safari, so we're gonna go have breakfast. It's right now 6:30 a.m. and then we leave for the safari at 7 a.m. and the morning one is a 5-hour safari. So we're gonna be gone for a long time. It's 2.5 times more than we spent last night. And then in the evenings around 5 p.m. you head out on another safari, do a 2.5 hour sundowner safari, and then you come back and have dinner around 7:30. So we'll have some downtime around noon today to show you the rest of this room is incredible. This view, the blue hour watching the sunrise come up this morning is just gorgeous. But let's go grab some breakfast, and then it is time to go see some more animals. Crossing my fingers today that we see a giraffe. Good morning, Sleeping Beauty. How are you feeling today?
I got it before you did. This is BS. We just got back from our first morning game drive and it just blew us out of the water. I think because we had some expectations for Etosha National Park after watching some YouTube videos and doing some research in advance. We thought like we were gonna see like, you know, an animal here or there, but just ever since we got here, it has been so much wildlife and so many encounters. It's been amazing. I think my favorite part this morning, the theme of this morning was basically like baby animals. We saw pregnant giraffes, baby elephants, like little baby springbok. They were so cute. Oh, I'm so excited to go through all of the photos we got, but we saw lions, we saw rhinos, we saw so many elephants, so many giraffes, so many zebras. Like, it was insane. The wildlife is off the charts. And I think the coolest thing about staying at Etosha Mountain Lodge instead of driving into the national park and doing it that way is that we have our private game drives on the reserves. And so there's only a few safari cars here for this lodge, and then the other lodge is owned by Natural Selection. And it's just like, it was just Steven and I, and then the other couple staying here and our game guides. Like, so cool, so much wildlife, such a unique experience. I've heard like other peers of ours who do the national park say it's too busy, you have to stay on the roads, you know, it's hard to find wildlife that way, but we have complete freedom here. So that's so cool. I'm so excited for our afternoon game drive now. We just finished up lunch, which, by the way, this is an all-inclusive resort, so everything's included. All the food has been really good, 10 out of 10. There's full drink selection here as well. We're gonna go back to our room and then we're gonna hit the pool later and relax. Welcome to our room here at the Etosha Mountain Lodge. Let's take you inside. It is super spacious and super nice. So this is the elephant #1 suite. We are the closest room over to the main lodge, and it's a pretty tiny property. There's only a handful of rooms, like less than a dozen rooms on here, so it's pretty private. It's really nice and peaceful out here, and you're just away from the crowds, which is really nice because Etosha can get super crowded as well with all of the campsites and lodges in the area, but out here you are basically in your own little world. This is a very nice, comfortable bed. We had a great night's sleep last night on it, and it's nice that there is a full mosquito net around here. We actually haven't had much problem with the mosquitoes or bugs on this trip, thank goodness, but it is just nice for peace of mind. I know we used it a little bit at the last property we were at, and we definitely used it last night, but we haven't had like to use it. We could have left it up if we wanted to. This is the very spacious closet, is where we hide our mess for room tours like this, but there's a safe in here, which is just nice for peace of mind. We have a ton of different drawers and stuff. They give us robes, super nice. And yeah, we can fit a lot of things in here for all of your different storage needs. Moving on over, we have a little coffee and tea bar here, as well as a nice little work setup. So for those of you working remotely and wanting to visit Etosha, you can have a nice little spot to do that. The nice thing is, inside of our room, it is completely air conditioned and there's a fan. So when it's super hot outside mid-afternoon, you can come in here and just relax. And then they also give you water in your room, so you don't have to walk all the way to the main lodge if you need a refill, which is awesome. And now we have the bathroom, which is also very spacious. spacious. Like this whole suite is just very large. For 2 people, you'll be extremely comfortable. We have a really nice big bathtub behind me. We have a shower as well, and they give you a bucket for water conservation as well. So when you're heating up the water, because it does take a second for it to heat up, I'd say probably a minute, you're gonna wanna put the bucket underneath the shower head and let it in there, and then they'll use it for cleaning other stuff so no water is going to waste. We have 1 sink in here and a nice big mirror as well as the toilet. They have the towels in here for you, so you don't need to bring your own. And then they have complimentary laundry service, which is awesome. They had this at Kwesi Dunes as well, and honestly, one of my favorite parts, because especially if you're doing a mix of camping and lodges during your trip to Namibia, this is a great way to just get some extra comfort and nice smelling clothes again after being stuck in a rooftop tent for a little bit. So it was really nice. I put my clothes in last night. I didn't even fill out the form, but they took my laundry for me anyways, and I'll have clean laundry by the end of tonight waiting for me on my bed. So very excited about that. All right, it is now tea time at the property today. It's at 4 o'clock, and then we're heading out for our afternoon game drive at 4:30 p.m. today. This morning and last night were just absolutely incredible, so I can only imagine what we're about to go see after tea time. We had a very nice afternoon just relaxing by the pool. Lunch by the pool was so good, and then just being able to chill, get some work done. The Wi-Fi here actually works pretty good, which, yay! Yeah, it actually works a lot better than it did at its sister property, Kwesi Dunes, that we stayed at, so that was a big W for us. The service also works out here. So yeah, we were able to get some things done by the pool and just enjoy some downtime. Excited to go on our next game drive. Let's go.
Welcome back. Safari Steve is here, getting ready to go on another safari. I'm manifesting an elephant, big giraffes. Maybe this is true. We've seen all of those things. We're going for a leopard. I want a big cat. Safari Steve out.
Wow, what a day. We just finished up our sunset game drive, and we have seen a total of not 1, not 2, but 7 black rhinoceros today in total. Like, wow, that was insane. I will say the sunset drive, we saw a ton of rhino, but we didn't see much else in terms of diversity. We did see, or like in terms of newness, we did see some more zebra, we saw some more wildebeest, we saw some more elephants, giraffe, but it wasn't as like, whoa, as yesterday. Maybe it's because yesterday was like our first game drive ever, so I think that wow effect was really in there. We still saw some incredible stuff today. We did not see any cats though, so we did not see any lions or leopards or cheetahs out on this game drive. So we're hoping our last day tomorrow we get to see one of the big cats out and about. We just had dinner with the one other couple that is staying here at the Etosha Mountain Lodge. It's been just really fun. We've only been 4 of us here at the lodge the last 2 nights, so it's been super private and very peaceful and relaxing. And we were chatting with them since they have done quite a few more safaris than us, and we asked them what their feedback on this property was, and they told us they absolutely were so surprised by how incredible the safaris and the wildlife were, to the fact that they actually told us that they wouldn't recommend going into Etosha National Park because the experiences here were so much better and you don't have 40 other cars around you to experience wildlife. It's literally just you. So keep that in mind if you're looking for a really unique animal and like wildlife experience. They really do it all here. Her one piece of feedback was that she felt that the lodge was a little bit outdated compared to some of the other lodges that she was staying at, which I can totally understand. But if you are not like super into like you must stay at a high-end luxury resort, this lodge really does do it all. It's super comfortable, the food's amazing, the safaris are outstanding, the guides are really so knowledgeable and so awesome and so much fun, where I do think you'll have a phenomenal time if you book here.
Shout out to Rocky.
Shout out to Rocky, yeah.
All right, guys, we just got back to the room. Look at the
size of that
Should I ring the
spider.
air horn?
Oh
Is this an emergency?
my gosh. Look at how big, this is my hand next to it. It's literally as big as my hand. Good Lord. Look at that guy. Good morning. So at the lodge, you can either get a cold breakfast with like some toast, the typical European breakfast where it's like tomatoes, cheese, and meat, and some fruit along with yogurt, or you can order a hot breakfast. I got some eggs and bacon this morning. Honestly, really, really delicious, but we got about 10 minutes until we go out on our next game drive. Cannot wait to see how many animals. I think I'm gonna keep count today. How many different animals can we see in one day on a Namibian tour? Safari Steve is back. This morning, it was a great little outing. Definitely a lot slower paced, and I think that's something to keep in mind when you are doing the different safaris. Every single one is dramatically different. We still saw 16 different types of animals this morning, which was beautiful. Lots of birds, more giraffe than I think we saw on any other day. We saw a bunch of baby elephants, which was really cute. So many springbok and just yeah, there's so much to see. That being said, we didn't see any rhinos. We saw a couple lions that were super tired, and it's just a completely different experience compared to yesterday, where it was like we saw everything constantly. And even last night was a little bit slower compared to the night before. It's just a really good moment to understand like how many days and what kind of experience you want. I think I would recommend no less than like 2 days going out on safari, so you can have 2 mornings and 2 evenings. We opted for 3 nights. We got to see if we're going to stay tomorrow for the morning before we head out and go to our next stop. But just one thing to keep in consideration when you go out is to always have your expectations rock bottom, because you never know what you're going to see out there. We just got back to the lodge. We're going to relax a little bit, hit the pool, grab some lunch, and then tonight we're going to go out with another group. Last thing I will say is this morning we literally had a private tour. There was no one else on the tour with us. Tonight there's 2 more people joining, but the lodge is very, very intimate. He said that even when it's complete max capacity, all the Jeeps go off in different directions, so you're never sitting there with like 10 Jeeps, and that's something that we heard you experience inside Etosha National Park, because it is so busy compared to something like this in the reserve. So we're gonna go ahead and relax, but thought we'd give you some of those pointers in our experience after we've done 1, 2, 3. This is our 4th safari. So tonight, be lucky number 5. Welcome to the pool here at the resort. It's pretty nice. There's no one here. Like I said, we're the only people here today, and we can literally look down at the watering hole. We've been able to see giraffes. Over on the side, we can go up and grab drinks if we want, because remember, it's an all-inclusive, but it is a really, really nice, easy way to relax in between the game drives. Because like I said, basically the schedule for the day is we get up at 6 a.m., we go on a game drive, we come back afterwards and grab lunch, then we just hang out till the pool until around 4. So we have about an hour and a half left before we head out on our last game drive of this trip, and we cannot wait. It's tea time with Steven. So we're going on our last safari here in a second. So we're gonna set the good vibes. We're hoping to see a lion, a rhino, giraffe, elephant, and potential. I don't know about leopard. He said those are extremely rare, but cheetah. If we can see a cheetah, be a great way to end the trip. Tea time today is a little bit different. Got some deviled eggs, nice little slice of cake, and this delicious soda water. And we can already see some animals down at the water hole. They've been there all afternoon, and it's pretty hot today, which is what they were saying is in the mornings, typically animals are eating, and in the afternoons, they all go to the water holes to cool down and get their water. But yeah, we're excited. Can't wait to bring you along. that wraps up our trip here at the Etosha Mountain Lodge. And wow, we are leaving with so many memories, you guys. Yes, the lodge is cool, but the real magic of this area is the people, the staff here, the guides. They are just incredible, as well as the animals. I've personally never spent so much time just observing the animals, getting close to them. It really felt like we connected with nature in a whole different way. Not just during the day, but also at night. It's literally the best milking way and the best nighttime stars that we've ever seen. So if you guys are looking for a once in a lifetime bucket list adventure and are looking to really experience Namibia and see the wildlife, we cannot recommend Etosha Mountain Lodge more than we already have in this video. I will say, the accommodations, they're a little bit more old-fashioned. They're not like the most modern hotel, but you really only spend 4 or 5 hours a day at the lodge. The rest of the time you are out on game drives, and that is where the real specialness of this property is. If you guys are looking to stay here, we went ahead and put the QR code right over here to make it easy for you. We came in October and it is beautiful weather. It wasn't very busy, but it also is starting to go into the rainy season and is the end of the windy season. So just keep that in mind when you're planning your trip. Everyone here said the best time to come is May, June, or July, but we've really enjoyed our time here during October, so take that as you will. With that, if you guys found this video helpful, if you want to see more bucket list travel adventures, make sure to give us a like and subscribe, and with that, we'll see you next week with another adventure.